This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. Western officials are scrambling to help Ukraine stay warm and keep functioning through the bitter winter months. AP correspondent Karen Chamas has more.
Ukrainians are struggling to stay warm already, as a Russian onslaught has cut off energy and electricity supplies in much of the country. US Ambassador to Ukraine Bridget Brink said Russia's latest onslaught on the capital is inadmissible.
We just faced here, and me and everyone who is here in Kyiv, some 100 missiles being sent by Russia to try to cripple Ukraine's energy.
France's foreign minister said France is sending 100 high-powered generators to Ukraine to help people get through the coming months. On a visit to Kyiv, British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly said a $60 million air defence package will help Ukraine to defend itself from further Russian attacks. Likewise, Brink said the US is stepping in to help.
The United States is going to continue to do everything we possibly can, working night and day to provide help.
I'm Karen Chamas.
Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday met the mothers of soldiers who'd been fighting in Ukraine. He told them that he and the entire Russian leadership shared their suffering. The war in Ukraine has killed or wounded tens of thousands of soldiers on both sides, according to the United States, and the Russian invasion has triggered the biggest confrontation between Moscow and the West since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Lawmakers in France's lower house of parliament have adopted a bill to enshrine abortion rights in the country's constitution. It's the first step in a lengthy and uncertain legislative battle. It was prompted by the rollback of abortion rights in the United States. Abortion was decriminalized in France in 1975, but there's nothing in the Constitution guaranteeing abortion rights. From Washington, this is VOA News. Uganda closed schools nationwide Friday to curb the spread of Ebola, despite the health minister insisting to the French news agency that new cases had declined. The directive to close schools 2 weeks before the end of term was announced earlier this month, following the deaths of 8 children from the highly contagious disease. The outbreak has claimed 55 lives out of 141 known cases. Police in Malawi have arrested 4 more people in connection with a mass grave uncovered last month, with 30 bodies believed to be Ethiopians who had immigrated illegally. They're believed to have suffocated to death. Lamek Messina reports.
Police said in a statement Friday that in addition to the new arrests, they have other evidence involving the suspect's connection. Malawi police spokesperson is Peter Kalaya.
I should mention here that the collected evidence connects all the 5 to the case, and it clearly points to the role that each played in the case.
Kalaya said police are also hunting for other suspects who are on the run. Lamek Messina for VOA News, Malawi.
New details have emerged about the Walmart shooter in Chesapeake, Virginia. AP correspondent Mike Hempen has more.
Investigators say the Walmart supervisor who shot and killed 6 co-workers left behind what he called a death note. Andre Bing blamed others for mocking him and said he wishes his parents would have paid closer attention to his social deficits. Bing also said he did not plan the shooting, but that, quote, things just fell in place like I was led by the Satan, unquote. Co-workers who survived the shooting say he was known for being difficult and for being hostile with employees. Police say Bing legally purchased the 9mm gun he used the day of the killings. He had no criminal record. Bing died at the scene of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. I'm Mike Hempen.
A 90-year-old Roman Catholic cardinal and 5 others in Hong Kong were fined after being found guilty of failing to register a now-defunct fund meant to help people who were arrested in widespread protests 3 years ago. The fund was ruled to be an organization rather than a charity. That means it's obligated to register. All 6 people were convicted Friday. Their fines range from $300 to $500. Iran's national soccer team sang during the playing of their national anthem at the second World Cup match against Wales on Friday, having refrained from doing so in their opening game earlier this week, in apparent support for anti-government protesters back home. I'm Marissa Melton, VOA News.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.